Welcome, pilots! The Uprising expansion for EVE Online went live on November 8th. While the core focus was on factional warfare and a collection of new Navy ships, the expansion also includes a significant set of balance changes to existing ships. Most of the changes are to Navy ships, but there are quite a few changes to heavy assault cruisers as well, especially the Munin. As far as assault frigates go, only the Ishkur has been updated, and the changes are quite significant. This means I'll be updating the fit on the assault frigates page on my website over at RileyEntertainment.com. And I'll eventually need to update all of my Ishkurs spread across New Eden. Yikes! This could take a while. The main change is the slot layout. Instead of having an extra low-power slot, it now has an extra mid-power slot. The 4 mid-power slots gives more options for E-War, or for PvE activities, more options for propulsion or capacitor improvements. It has also been given some extra CPU and power grid to help support these fitting options. The assault frigate's bonus to drone tracking speed has been replaced with a bonus to armor repair amount, turning the Ishkur into quite the armor-tanking powerhouse. The loss of a low power slot may seem like a nerf for a ship that's meant to be armor-tanked, but I think the extra CPU and power grid, coupled with the armor repair bonus, makes this a pretty significant buff instead. Prior to Uprising, I used the 4th low power slot to fit a signal amplifier, to give the ship the highest possible scan resolution. I feel like the most obvious adjustment is to use the 4th mid-power slot to fit a small cap battery, to make the ship cap stable even when the armor repair is running. This will be my suggested fit on my website, at least for the time being. If you're not keen on the hyperspatial velocity optimizer rig to improve warp speed, there are some other options that synergize well with the Ishkur's bonuses. The two that immediately come to mind are the auxiliary nanopump to improve the armor repair rate even further, or the drone durability enhancer to increase the hit points on your drones. There is another compelling way to fit the Ishkur, however, particularly for pilots comfortable flying the Ishkur through low security to run escalations. With the extra power grid, it's actually possible to fit both a micro warp drive and afterburner. This would put a lot of pressure on your capacitor, so you might want to swap out the rigs for a semiconductor memory cell and capacitor control circuit. The micro warp drive gives you the ability to burn back to stargates in the event you come across a gate camp. It can also be useful in certain combat sites to pull range from NPCs that might webify or warp disrupt you. While I'm excited to get out there to try out the updated Ishkur, I'm still quite busy running Sanchez Nation combat sites in the Jaguar for my 13-part video series. I'd previously produced similar series for the Serpentis and Guristas in the Ishkur, the Angel Cartel in a Retribution, and the Blood Raiders in the Jaguar. I'm also close to finishing up my series on flying tactical destroyers in high-security combat sites, with the video on the Svipple coming soon. You can find all of my EVE Online content in the gaming section of my website over at RileyEntertainment.com. So stay tuned to Riley Entertainment and smash that like button if you enjoy my content.